The power of the word, the architecture of your reality. Have you ever felt like you're rowing against the current, as if the universe is conspiring to keep you stuck, and that despite all your efforts, the results you long for just don't arrive? Maybe you've tried with all your might to manifest a different life, but you find yourself trapped again and again in the same cycle of frustration and defeat. If you feel identified, I want you to know that you are not alone. This feeling of powerlessness is a universal human experience. But what if I told you the problem isn't outside, in your circumstances, but inside you? What if the map to rewriting your own story has always been in your hands, waiting for you to take it and begin charting a new path? Today, I propose a profound journey to discover that the reality you live is not something that happens to you, but something you build yourself, word by word, thought by thought. On this journey, you will not only understand why your reality feels this way, but you will discover the true map to rewriting your own story. I am going to show you how your words, the ones you think and the ones you say, are the invisible architecture that molds your world. I invite you to stay until the end, and if this message resonates with you, to like it and share it with someone who needs it. Together, we can create a chain of consciousness and awakening. Let's begin. I want you to imagine your mind as a fertile and vast garden. This garden is your sacred space, the place where everything that will later manifest in your life is created. Each of your thoughts and words is a seed. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and scarcity, I can't, I always do badly, I'll never have money, what do you expect to harvest? Clearly, the fruits of that sowing will be the frustration and limitation you experience. The law of nature is simple. You reap what you sow. You can't sow apples and expect to grow pears. The same law applies to your mind. The first step to changing your reality is to take total responsibility for your garden. Stop blaming external pests, circumstances, other people, and start pulling out the weeds of negative thoughts that prevent you from flourishing. Think of that mental garden as a blank canvas. Every time you have a thought or utter a word, you are making a brushstroke. If your thoughts are gray, full of worry, complaint, or resentment, your canvas will be filled with somber shades. But if your thoughts are of vivid colors, of hope, gratitude, and possibilities, the canvas will be filled with a vibrant landscape. The problem isn't that a negative thought appears once in a while, that's inevitable. The real problem is when you identify with it, water it, nurture it, and let it grow until it chokes out the other seeds. An anecdote that illustrates this is about a man named Juan. For years, Juan complained about his financial situation. His vocabulary was full of phrases like, "money is tight," "the economy is terrible," and "I'm always short a few pesos." His mind was a garden full of weeds of scarcity. One day, after hitting rock bottom, he decided to do a radical experiment. For 1 week, he resolved to completely eliminate any complaint about money. Every time the thought came to his mind, he consciously replaced it with an affirmation like, "I am financially prosperous and I attract abundance." At first, it was difficult, almost an internal battle. But in less than a month, the energy around him began to change. It's not that $1 million appeared out of nowhere, but he started seeing opportunities he hadn't seen before. A job offer at his company with a better salary, the possibility of an independent project that generated extra income. His reality didn't change by magic, his perception changed. The external reality aligned with the new seeds of his mind. The mind is the battlefield of all achievement. As Buddha said, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. And the reality you live, in turn, is the exact reflection of your internal dialogue. This is known as the law of the mirror. The people who come into your life, the opportunities that appear, and even the problems you face are an echo of what is happening in your subconscious mind. If you constantly feel betrayed, ask yourself if there is some part of you that betrays itself, perhaps by not honoring your promises. If you feel underestimated by others, examine whether you underestimate yourself. This is a radical concept, I know, but it is deeply liberating. It means that you are not a victim of an outer world, but the architect of your inner world. The power to change your reflection is not in cleaning the mirror, in changing external circumstances, but in changing the image you project. It's as if you were standing in front of a dirty mirror and complaining that your face looks blurry. The solution is not to shout at the mirror or try to clean it from the outside. The solution is to clean the mirror from the inside. That is, to work on your beliefs and your internal dialogue. A woman always attracted partners who made her feel invisible, who didn't value her. Her romantic life was a cycle of disappointment. After years of frustration, in a personal growth workshop, she realized that her internal dialogue deeply underestimated her. She constantly told herself, "I'm not good enough for true love," or "I'll always be alone." Her reality was reflecting that belief. When she started working on her self-esteem and affirming herself with words of love and worth, the type of people she attracted changed completely. Her external reality aligned with her new internal reality. Carl Jung expressed it masterfully. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. If you are ready to stop blaming the mirror and start changing your reflection, write in the comments, "I accept my power." Now, contrary to what we have been taught, life doesn't have to be a constant struggle. The law of least effort, popularized by Deepak Chopra, teaches us that the path of nature is one of fluidity and grace. A river doesn't struggle to flow to the sea, it simply flows. A flower doesn't struggle to blossom, it simply blossoms. Trees don't struggle to grow, they are nourished by the earth and the sun. Your life can also flow with grace when you align with the universe's intention instead of going against it. How do you achieve this? By letting go of the need to control every detail. Trust the process. Allow things to unfold in their own perfect time. When you release tension and stop forcing results, the energy you once used to row against the current is freed up to create and manifest with ease. Think of it this way. When you are tense and struggling, your muscles contract and your energy stagnates. It's like trying to open a door by pushing it with all your might when the door actually opens by pulling. The law of least effort is the art of letting go of pushing and starting to flow. If you are looking for a new job, instead of living in the anxiety of not finding it, release the need for control. Send your resumes, prepare for interviews, but then trust that the right job for you will arrive at the right moment. Don't cling to the idea that it has to be that particular job, because your limited mind cannot see all the possibilities the universe has for you. Before an architect builds a building, they visualize it and draw it on a blueprint. Your mind is the blueprint of your life. Creative visualization is the conscious act of creating that mental image of what you want to manifest. It's not just daydreaming, it's a mental rehearsal that prepares your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities and act accordingly. When you visualize, you don't just see the image, you feel the emotion of already having what you desire. Feel the joy of the house you want, the peace of the relationship you long for, the satisfaction of the success you seek. These emotions are the fuel that drives your mind to align reality with your vision. Visualization is like a tourist guide for your subconscious. You give it the map of the destination you want, and it is in charge of directing energy and opportunities toward you. Dedicate 5 minutes each morning to visualizing your ideal day. Don't just think about what you want to happen, but feel it. If you're going to have a difficult meeting, visualize how you feel calm and confident. Feel the sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, said, "The mind is the battlefield of all achievement. If visualization is used correctly, it becomes the blueprint the mind uses to create what it desires." To reinforce that vision, we have affirmations, positive declarations that, when repeated with conviction, reprogram the subconscious. They are not lies, they are seeds of truth that you plant in the garden of your mind.
If your mind tells you, "I'm not good enough," an affirmation like, "I am worthy of all good things in life," acts as a seed that counteracts that limiting belief. The key is that an affirmation is not just saying words, you must feel the truth of that affirmation. At first, it may feel uncomfortable or false, but with constant repetition and the emotion behind it, your subconscious mind will begin to accept it as a new reality. The affirmation is a mental gardening tool. It's like a pruner that removes the dead branches of old beliefs, and a fertilizer that nourishes the new truths you want to cultivate. A young artist, full of talent but with deep insecurity, resolved to repeat the affirmation, "I am a successful and abundant artist. My work is valuable and loved." At first, she didn't believe it, but as the days passed, she began to feel more confident. She stopped doubting herself, began to show her work with more confidence, and opportunities which did not exist before began to appear. The words empowered her to act in a way that attracted the success she affirmed.
We live in a noisy world, full of distractions that distance us from ourselves. The power of silence, meditation, or simple stillness is the moment when we can listen to the voice of our intuition, which always knows the way. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is the absence of mental noise. In that space, you can disconnect from the constant conversation of the ego, that internal voice that tells you that you are not enough, that reminds you of your fears and fills you with doubts. By silencing that voice, you create a space for inner wisdom and creativity to flow. It is as if life were an orchestra, but the mental noise does not let you hear the melody. When you give yourself 5 minutes of silence, it is as if you are pausing the noise to listen to the true music of your soul. Dedicate just 5 minutes a day to sitting in silence. You don't have to meditate. Just sit, breathe deeply, and observe your thoughts without judging them. Simply watch them come and go, like clouds in the sky. And gratitude is the key that opens the door to abundance. It is impossible to feel scarcity and gratitude at the same time. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your energy changes. You become a magnet for more things to be grateful for. Gratitude is not just giving thanks for big things. It's giving thanks for the sun on your face, the morning coffee, the smile of a stranger. It is recognizing the abundance that already surrounds you, no matter how small it may seem. Gratitude is a radical change of perspective. Instead of living in the "I don't have enough" mentality, you begin to live in the "I am already enough and I have more than I need" one. This releases an energy that attracts more blessings. Try it. Keep a gratitude journal. Every night, write down 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. Try not to write the same things every day. If it's difficult at first, start with simple things, like the roof over your head or the food on your table. Your words, thoughts, and emotions are powerful, but if they don't align with your actions, you cannot manifest anything. Coherence is the power to live in alignment with what you say you believe. If you affirm that you are prosperous but act from a scarcity mentality, avoiding risks, complaining about money, your action contradicts your word. Your universe only responds to you when your words, thoughts, and actions become a symphony of manifestation. Coherence is manifestation in action. It is taking the first step, even if you are afraid. It is making the decision you know is right, even if it is uncomfortable. Think of a compass. If your needle, your action, points north, but your map, your words, says you are going south, you will never reach your destination. You must align your compass with your map. Mahatma Gandhi said it perfectly. Be the change you want to see in the world. Beyond the manifestation of material goods, the true power of the word lies in the ability to define your purpose. What makes you feel alive? What unique contribution can you make to the world? When your words and actions align with your highest purpose, your life acquires a profound meaning. Your purpose is not something you find like a hidden treasure, it is something you create through your daily choices. When you speak and act from a place of purpose, you become unstoppable, because you are not simply looking to have, you are looking to be.
Ask yourself, if money were no object, what would I do with my time? The answer to this question is a clue to your purpose. At the end of the day, what truly fills the soul is not what you have, but who you have become and how you have impacted others. The power of the word gives you the ability to define that person and to live that life with intention and meaning. The word is not just a vehicle for communicating ideas, it is an act of creation. Every time you say, "I am incapable," you are literally creating a reality of inability for yourself. Your brain, which is a supercomputer, takes that order and looks for proof to validate it. It will show you all the times you failed, all the reasons why you can't, and it will keep you trapped in that loop. On the contrary, when you affirm, "I am capable," you are giving your brain a new instruction. It will get to work finding proof of your ability, reminding you of your past achievements, your strengths, and it will open your eyes to new possibilities for that reality to manifest.
Self-compassion is a crucial component in this process. We often use the harshest and most critical words with ourselves than with anyone else. We tell ourselves, "What a fool I was. I always mess everything up. I'm useless." These words are not just thoughts, they are wounds we inflict on ourselves. For the garden of your mind to flourish, you need to water it with love and compassion. Start talking to yourself as you would to a friend who is going through a difficult time. Instead of, "What a fool I was," try, "Next time I'll do it differently. I'm learning." Self-compassion is the language of growth. And in this process, patience is your greatest ally. Results do not always manifest overnight. Big trees do not grow in a day. They need time, sun, water, and constant care. In the same way, the transformation of your reality requires persistence. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when old words resurface. Do not punish yourself for it. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and let them go, returning to planting the seeds you want to cultivate. Patience is faith in action, the belief that the universe is working in your favor, even when you cannot see the progress. The power of your word also extends to your health. Your internal and external words directly influence your biology. Science has shown that constant stress and negativity can suppress your immune system, while thoughts of gratitude and well-being can have a healing effect. Your words not only model your external reality, they also sculpt the architecture of your inner being. You are the healer of your own life. Finally, understand that your words are not just yours. They are a gift you give to the world. When you speak with kindness, encouragement, and empathy, you not only transform your own life, you send an expansive wave of positive energy. The power of your word is a sacred responsibility. Use it to build bridges, to inspire others, and to remind yourself and those around you of the beauty of their own potential. Your voice is a tool for healing and mass creation. We have traveled an incredible path from the garden of your mind to manifestation in action. We have discovered that the power of the word is not a magic trick, but a spiritual science, the invisible architecture of your reality. Your mind is a garden, and the way you cultivate it with your thoughts and words determines what you harvest in your life. Remember that your reality is a mirror, and to change what you see reflected, you must start with the image you project from within. Life flows with grace when you let go of the need to control and learn to trust the process. You are a creator, and your words and visualizations are your tools to design the future you want. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for what you already have, because it is the magnet that attracts even more abundance. Above all, remember that your words are powerful. They are the compass that guides your ship and the brush that paints your reality. Do not use them lightly. Use them with intention, with love, and with the conviction that you have the power to create the life you deserve. As Wayne Dyer said, "You are what you think, what you feel, what you say." You are not a body with a spirit. You are a spirit with a body. Your life is a reflection of your words. I want to sincerely thank you for staying until the end and for allowing these words to resonate in your heart. Your attention is the most valuable gift you could give me. If this video has been helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss the next content. By doing so, you not only support me, but you join a community of people who, like you, are committed to their personal and spiritual growth. In the next videos, we will continue exploring together the secrets to living a full and meaningful life. Thanks for being a part of this journey. Until next time.